Good evening to any potential new Uber drivers. If anyone is watching this video, I'm just here to give advice for doing Uber in New York State. To all future Uber drivers, my advice, you don't have to take it. I went through ordeals of doing the lease to own options and the Uber rental referral programs that they have in New York State. Um, it's not the best option. I'll be honest, it's the worst option you can do. Um, Certain companies like Fast Track Lease and Buggy, you don't want to do business with these companies. They are very shady. They will fuck you over. They will take more money than they're supposed to. Um, and having a TLC license is not even worth it because you're confined to nothing but traffic in the five boroughs. Now, when I first started doing Uber back in 2015, um, TLC drivers from New York City, we were capable of picking up in Westchester County. Key word is Westchester County. Um, and dropping off in Westchester, drop off in Jersey, drop off in Connecticut. In 2017, Uber changed their rules and how TLC operators from New York City can operate in Westchester. My first 2 weeks as an Uber driver in 2015, I worked in Manhattan. And I remember one day I put in 5.5 hours. I did 9 trips, all those trips with surge pricing. And the surge pricing trips, I didn't make much. I only made like 70 something dollars. Now remember, this is surge pricing in New York City, Manhattan. Um, and so I took all that into factor, and it wasn't worth me doing Uber in New York City. So I decided to go to Westchester County. I did about 7.5 hours, and I made $365. No surge pricing. So clearly, when telling you, future Uber drivers, do not waste your time in the city. It's a waste of your time. One, you will be paying if you own the car. You will be paying $5,000 a year for commercial insurance. Here's the fucked up part: you're paying for commercial insurance, but you can't park in commercial parking spots. Now TLC plates are commercial plates. If you think about it, there are commercial plates. They're a vehicle for hire. My advice to y'all is just do what you need to do, man. Take my advice. Go to Westchester. Another good car rental program I just come across is called Fair.com. Fast Track Leasing. Get back to Fast Track Leasing and compare it to Fair.com. Buggy and Fast Track Leasing compared to Fair.com. Fair.com requires a $500 deposit. That's the deposit that you get back. Their weekly rentals are $149 a week compared to $300 a week. Fast Track Leasing, I recently was, not recently, about a year ago, I was affiliated with Fast Track Leasing. These fuckers will not apply none of the payments that you make on the lease to own vehicle to your credit report. Again, Fast Track Leasing will not apply none of the payments that you make on a lease to own vehicle. They will tell you anything, they will lie to you. If you think I'm joking, go in there personally, call them. They're gonna tell you yes, it's gonna be applied to your credit report. It's never gonna be applied to your credit report. So I'm I'm doing this out of kindness of my heart because I don't want to see any other person go through the bullshit I went through by going through Uber's referral program. It's a bunch of bullshit. I paid $23,868 in a year to Fast Track Leasing. Nothing showed a report. My credit score should be fucking skyrocket, not what it is today. At the end of the day, my advice is to every Uber driver: please Please take my advice. If you're going to become an Uber driver, take my advice. Fear.com. Speak to a family member. Speak to your girlfriend, a friend, whatever. Be responsible. Make those payments. I made because again I state none of the you have any questions, feel free to ask. Just write me a message, whatever, and I respond to it. It's sad to go through what I went through, but a good Samaritan will try to help other people not go through what I went through. Now, the money. The reason I say the money's in Westchester or the five boroughs of New York. The reason for this: if it takes you 20 minutes to go 2 miles, and if you're only going to pay $1.17 a mile, and you're stuck in traffic for 20 minutes, you're really not making much money. I'm sorry. You're better off taking that 17-cent loss and working Westchester County. Honestly, it's so much easier. It's less traffic. Um, you can get from point A to point B a lot quicker because it has multiple parkways, multiple highways, any kind of traffic around Westchester County. Um, and the people are more pleasant. You have a higher rating with Uber in Westchester than you do in the city. And mainly, most of the customers in the city are fucking pricks. I'm keeping it real. The heads are too far up the fucking ass, and they don't tip. They really don't tip in the city, and bicker and bitch and complain. Just so you don't really get that headache. I had multiple compliments about my driving, my knowledge of the surrounding tri-state area, um, and just sitting there at HPN. Can you turn that down? Sitting at HPN. Um, that's where you sit. Call the customer. Don't allow customers to waste your time. Find out what the destinations are. Um, I'll give you an example. I was sitting at Westchester Airport myself one day, and I got a call from Mount Kiss miles away. So I called a customer to find out what their destination was because I'm not going to drive 9.5 miles for no reason. So I called a customer, and the customer's like, "Oh, he's going to Mount Kisco," so I already canceled the trip, which is the smart thing to do. Doesn't make sense to drive 9.5 miles to a town and pick somebody up and drop them off in the same town. Don't do that. Don't waste your time. Um, we're out here to make money, and you got to know how to make the money. Um, my brother used to call me the Uber master right now, and because I stated it's not worth you doing the lease to own or TLC rentals. Um, you can make so much more money in Westchester. You got to figure out the formula. Once you master a formula, you can maximize your profit. The fact you work in Westchester, you're you're consuming less gas because of quicker efficiency of speed compared to wear and tear on your transmission if you work in 5 boroughs. Um, wear on your brakes. Um, you have a higher accident in the 5 boroughs of New York City than you do have an accident in Westchester. Accidents happen all over the place. Accidents happen all over the place, and you really sometimes you can't avoid accidents. Like you can't avoid someone rear-ending you if that person's not paying attention. And I know easier money. Uh, um, for example, New York City. Bathroom. Worry about parking. Keep that stuff in the. You got to take a lot of things into consideration. how things are going to work out for you financially, personally, better place to work. They have multiple clean gas stations where you can use a bathroom. Multiple places where you can rest your head if you're tired. Very safe. Very polite people compared to Manhattan. You got people that have attitudes all over the place. So at the end of the day, you just got to know how to deal with a customer. I give you an example of me kicking a customer out of the car. This was back in 2016. I was driving, and I picked up a lady from Portchester, New York. She gets in my car. The first thing she does, she slams the door, and she breaks my window regulator. So I didn't find out the window regulator was broken until later. So after she slams my door, I was like, hopefully you have a good night and things get better. My next question, very professional, ma'am, do you have any particular route that you would like to take? And she's like, oh, I didn't know you could speak to the customers. Just shut the fuck up and follow Google Maps. So my response was, well, I'm not gonna let you talk to me the way you want. I'm not your slaves. My wrist all angle. So I said, I see this is gonna get more complicated. So I'm gonna snip this in the butt. Snipped it in the butt. I pull over to the next BPS gas station and ask her politely, can you get out the car? And she was like, excuse me? And I was like, ma'am, see, I did ask you nicely. Can you please get the fuck out of my car? Was my next response. And if you don't get out my car, I'm gonna tell the cop that's right there. That was that Duncan. Um, for future Uber drivers, tolerate. Do not allow people to eat in your car because they will not care if they mess up your car. If you're picking up drunk college students, my advice to you, if you see a person stumbling, don't fucking pick them up. That's my advice. If you're going to pick that person up, my advice to you, tell that person to puke that shit up before they get in your car. Because if they throw up in your car, Uber's going to try to give you a hard time reimbursing you for them throwing up in your car. It happened to me. And I got my money because I clearly said, well, next time the person throws up in my car, I'm going to kick as possible, pick up the customer in a timely fashion, and get them to the destination as fast, as safe, and as fast as possible without breaking any traffic laws. Keyword, as safe and without traffic laws. A lot of people don't realize driving Uber, you really need to be keen to what you're doing. You need to figure a formula. I see that there's nobody watching this video. It's okay though, because if I put Uber something something slash, people are going to. I'm giving this advice, and hopefully there are people watching. Um, Jess, tell me if you see me live.
Where?
Type in Uber Advice NYC on YouTube.
YouTube?
Yes.
Let's see.
So I'm just here just to help other people out. I can't say the money's good in Jersey because honestly,
Over what?
advice NYC. The money. I'm sorry, it fucking sucks in Jersey. Jersey is just like New York City. Urban areas is not the place you want to make your money. Go to suburban. Go to Rockland. Go to Ducks. Go to,
I see.
if you're an Uber driver in New York State. Um, I love doing Uber, honestly. But Uber has a lot of things they need to work on, like paying me the money they owe me. Okay? So at the end of the day, I'm just a regular guy that's trying to make a decent living without being someone else's bitch, like working for many companies I've worked for. I've worked for limo companies before Uber even exists. And I'm gonna tell you, there's a plus side to working for Uber compared to limo companies. Limo companies are a piece of shit. They will try to work you to your grave. They don't respect the drivers, and companies don't realize that being a driver for a company, we are the face of your company. We are the face of your company. All right, stop it. I'm telling you, stop. We're the face of the company. And if we are the face of your company, you should take care of your drivers. At the end of the day, I'm gonna show you stuff on the computer. Um, like just ever print out my income tax. You know, you know the password. I gave it to you. And just print out my income tax, but I want you to cross out my social and my identification number. I I'm a real guy, and I'm hoping other people will join this video. I'm doing this out of kindness of my heart. So if you're looking to better yourself and make more money as an Uber driver, feel free to ask me any question. Man. Feel free. I could tell you this only question. I'm not gonna tell you what my formula was. The money's in Westchester County. Period. The money's not in Nassau. The money's not in Rockland. It's right dead center of Westchester County. On your GPS, if any Uber drivers are watching this, HPN. TLC drivers, don't waste your time going to Westchester to get trips, because the only trips you're going to get are going to New York. And trust me, there's not a lot of trips like that. When you get some of those trips, sometimes it's worth your while, sometimes it's not. The advice I'm gonna give to drivers and that potential drivers. After 6 a.m., don't bother doing any airport trips going to JFK or LaGuardia. It's gonna take you a hell of a time to get back, and you're gonna lose. You could stay in Westchester and make more money than wasting your time going to, let's say, JFK or LaGuardia. But my advice is accept all Newark trips, all Newark airports. It's 54 miles. That's a nice, decent amount of money in your pocket. It's and you future Uber drivers, stop relying on your GPS. Learn from it. Learn from your GPS. It could teach you a lot if you learn from it and study your maps. There's multiple ways of getting around. I went from Jersey to Putnam County in an hour and 10 minutes because I know my routes. So if you no one is half the battle in this industry. And hopefully to the corporate CEO, you guys need to listen to your drivers, man. Of it's ridiculous. I've sent you guys order recordings of fast track leasing falsely advertising. Again, I've sent you audio recordings of fast track leasing falsely advertising, and Uber still does business with them. That's the slack in driver's face. So, all potential new Uber drivers, do something, man. Do something about it. Fuck the TLC. You spend all this fucking money for what? For what, man? You're confined to the city. You cannot make money like a guy would in Westchester. Yeah, they might get paid 17 cents more. But you know something? I'd rather get paid 17 cents less and do longer distance trips in shorter period times without dealing with the traffic, the headaches, the stress that comes around, the stress that comes with it. I'm just here trying to give advice, man. And to me, it seems like there's no one really watching this video except for the mother of my kid. And it's sad. It's sad. I'm sure people are always looking at ways how to make money, become Uber drivers. I'm telling you the right way, man. Don't waste your time with the five boroughs of New York. That would be Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, Staten Island. You got to be a fool to be living in Staten Island and commuting every day to go do Uber in New York City. You're paying $15, $30 a day probably, just on tolls. That's just on your tolls, man. To Jersey drivers, you don't have TLC plates. You don't have TLC plates. You got regular Jersey plates. Take my advice, man. Go to Rockland County. See if you can turn on your Uber app. See if you're able to accept trips. Because if you're able to accept trips in Rockland, most likely you will be able to accept trips in Westchester. And a lot of Uber drivers don't know this. It only took me 2 weeks to figure out Manhattan was a waste of time. It probably took me 3 months to master the formula in Westchester.
Yeah.
Master the formula in Westchester. So at the end of the day, I'm letting you future Uber drivers know. Hopefully you look at this video. Hopefully you listen to me. And take my advice. Now, Fast Track Leasing has changed they rebranded their name most likely because they're probably gonna get hit with a lawsuit. I'm definitely gonna sue that ass. I'm gonna let you know that now. I'll stack 7,200 to see a couple mil because I'm going after that ass. You falsely advertise, I'm gonna do what I gotta do as a man to make sure I get my money. Fast Track Leasing's name is Fast Track Mobility, 31st Street, LIC, Long Island City, New York. Their building's exactly right across from Uber's building. Hopefully you hear me. Right across from Uber's building. You go into Uber's Green Light Hub, which is located at Long Island City. You're gonna see Fast Track Leasing's Uber partner sign there. You're gonna see Buggy. Don't fucking do it to yourself. Go to fair.com. Put that $500 deposit. You're better off paying $149 than $300, $400 a week. Do not waste your time with Hertz. Do not waste your time with Enterprise. Do not waste your time with those rental companies. Try Hire Car, but definitely go with fair.com. They are Uber partners. Again, fair.com, you will see an orange logo. It's orange. It says fair.com. You can download this app to your phone. Again, they require $500 deposit. Or in Long Island. And some of the rentals are in Westchester. My advice to you is this. Do that. Don't go the route I went. Don't let Uber convince you to do business with Fast Track Leasing or Fast Track Mobility. Or Buggy. Buggy's the worst. They are the worst. I hope they go out of business because they're fraudulent. They're scumbags. You're going to find what the bullshit you go through. So I see people are not watching this video. Hopefully someone will look over the videos that I've done and hopefully it gets your attention. I had one lady contact me back about what Fast Track Leasing did to her. They didn't apply none of their payments to a report. Um, I was one day I was at Fast Track Lease, and this guy had a rental for a lease to own vehicle for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We're not talking about 2 years. 2 weeks. His transmission went. Fast Track Lease and try to make him pay for the transmission.
Why is it
So you don't have to take my advice. Just listen to what I'm telling you. All right. Have a good day. Have a good evening. I wish more people was watching this video, but it's sad that there isn't. There isn't. I wish you guys the best of luck. Have a good night.